Hello and welcome to Brainy Gardener. Today, it is all about how to grow and care for the Tiger Jaws plant. The Tiger Jaws plant, botanical name Faucaria Tigrina, is a succulent with striking features. It is native to the eastern Cape province of South Africa. It gets its common name from the resemblance of its leaves to the insides of a tiger's jaw. The leaves are triangular and have sharp points resembling the long teeth of a tiger. However, the excessive spotting and the length of the teeth separate them from the Faucaria felina group, which has very similar features. It is also quite popular in cultivation and can be found in gardens and homes worldwide. It is a slow-growing plant and can take many years to reach its full size. It is suited for succulent gardens, and it makes an excellent addition to any collection. This perennial is a great choice for any garden with its striking leaves and easy care requirements. Tiger Jaws, like most succulents, prefers full sun. It wants to be in a sunny spot with at least 6 hours of direct sunlight each day. In winter, their requirement for sunlight goes down, but it's still advisable to keep them somewhere in a bright spot. It's okay to give these plants some shade and less light throughout the winter, but avoid overwatering. These succulents rarely flower when planted inside, but moving the plant outside in the summer will improve the likelihood of flowering. Watering should be done thoroughly in the growing season, ensuring fast drainage afterward. Before the next session, you must be certain the soil is completely dry. Dig a finger in the soil to find out. In winter, water to keep the soil barely moist. Faucaria Tigrina performs best in warm environments. The optimal temperature is thought to be around 68 degrees Fahrenheit, but they can tolerate brief frosts and appreciate somewhat higher temps up to 90 degrees in the summer. These are hardy plants that tolerate extremes on either end but strive to bring these varying temperatures back to normal quickly. It does well in moderately dry to average humidity levels. Unless your home is particularly dry, you don't need to worry about moisture levels for these plants. These succulents can be grown indoors with the average household humidity, but they shouldn't be subjected to excessive humidity. After all, their native habitat is famously arid. This plant doesn't need a lot of fertilizer. Over-fertilizing can result in weak and leggy plants. Fertilize once in spring and once again in fall with a balanced succulent or cactus fertilizer and leave it at that. Tiger Jaws can be propagated by offsets and by seeds. Most gardeners prefer using offsets as they mature faster. First, identify the biggest offset the parent plant has produced so far. Separate it from the parent plant. Use a sharp knife to do the job, as the bristles on the leaves make it hard to do so by hand. Try not to damage the roots, if any. If the offset has roots already growing, plant it in a fresh pot and treat it as a mature plant. But if there are no roots, allow the cut end to dry out and callus over for a few days. Plant it in a fresh pot filled with the appropriate succulent mix and wait for roots to form. When using seeds for propagation, sow the seeds in a succulent mix, barely cover them with soil and lightly tamp them down. Moisture is crucial for germination, so keep the soil surface moist until the seeds germinate. Be patient, as it can take several weeks for the seeds to germinate. Once they do, keep an eye on them and water when the soil feels dry. When potting, choose a shallow pot. The root system of this succulent is fairly short, and they don't need all that much space to function. The best potting mix is, of course, succulent or cactus mix. Just make sure it's fast draining. Lastly, ensure the pot has drainage holes. These plants are slow growers, so don't be in a hurry to move them to a new pot every year. It usually takes a couple of years for them to outgrow a pot and sometimes even longer. Identify your plant's needs before proceeding. When the plant does outgrow its current pot, gently lift it out and shake off the old soil. Make sure the new pot is only slightly bigger, and tamp down on the soil before watering. As always, ensure the drainage holes are working correctly and no water is sitting in the pot stagnant. Faucaria Tigrina is non-toxic to both people and pets. But, as with any plant, take care not to ingest any of the leaves or sap. It won't do you any good. It is generally a pest and disease-free plant.